We're right here on Power Flavor Magazine, and today we shall be looking about movies, the film industry, what it takes to get a movie done, what is happening, what is the latest around. With me, I have a beautiful lady, Ampaire, Daphine. She's going to be telling us about something special, a new release that you're gonna see on the show right now as we take you through Power Flavor.
How this place is looking. All messed up, nothing is organized the right way. Just look at the dusting. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay, can we please get down to some real work for the first time in your lives? Darling, get to sweeping. The carpet, whatever, get to sweeping. You who is moving, can you please open the windows so we can have some air circulation going on? Okay? And a jar of water. I'm really parched. I need...
Welcome to the show, Daphne.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So for the people, this is your first time on the show. So for the people watching out there, who is Daphne?
Daphne Karima is a Ugandan filmmaker. I've been in this industry for over 10 years. I'm a writer, I'm a producer, and an actor.
How is it for you in the film industry? Because the people out there say the film industry has a huge challenge, a financial challenge. How has it been for you this past 10 years?
Of course, it didn't begin very well. There were many hurdles, but I think as an industry, we're growing and we're becoming better. We had DSTV giving out all these different commissions, and now UCC has joined them and is also giving out commissions to filmmakers. So the financial challenge is being handled, I think. But of course, we could do better. But it's coming along.
That's beautiful. So what are some of the work you have done in the film industry?
The one that some may resonate with, if you're a little older, you've probably heard about The Hostel. So that's where my journey began. Then from there, I did shows like Power of Legacy. I've worked on Sanyu, I've worked on JDC, recently on Hotel Mara, quite a number of them really.
How does it feel? Which side do you find more interesting? For some of us who are right here in front of the camera, which side is better?
I don't know if there's a better side, but I'm comfortable behind the camera. I love to write, and sometimes I feel like the storytellers are holding everybody's jobs together. It's such a silly thing, but I just find I get a lot more work done behind the camera, because all the work that I'm doing behind the camera is supporting what will eventually go in front of it.
We have a special release that is coming up from Daphine herself and her team. I think we should go to that first, then we can come back to talking about film, understanding how it is for all of you who want to go join the industry. I've seen so many new faces in the film industry. But now let's talk about the special premiere that we are going to be having on the 27th.
Yes, on the 27th of January, I'm going to release a TV show called Borders. It's 15 episodes. It's a mini TV series, and we were proudly granted by UCC. We're very happy that they're supporting Ugandan content, and they're not just talking about it, but they're doing something about it. So this is some of the work that we were able to do with that fund, and we're happy to release it to the public. We're going to premiere it, and hopefully we'll be showing it maybe on channels like UBC. I essentially love telling love stories. When we would write a lot, like on, let's say, on shows like Sanyu, they would always say, Daph, give us a story idea for a love scene, because you're the one who seems to be all very gooey about it. So I'd always dreamed of writing some sort of love story, and then, but I was also very intrigued with culture, and how we do things as a nation, as different tribes. So I sort of put those two ideas together, and I thought, what could we do that is love-based but cultural-based, you know? So Borders tells a very beautiful story of a young girl who has a big dream. She's a dancer. She wants to make it big in the world. She doesn't want to be the accountant that her father wants her to be. And she falls in love with a man from another country who also has a dream like hers. So we'll see what happens.
So it's a love. We're going to be enjoying more of the love bit.
yeah, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of youthfulness and the struggles of the youth of today, and maybe the youth who are artists, how are they managing? Because if you have a 9 to 5 or a normal job, that seems to make sense. But if you're gigging and hoping that life will be good to you, it's a whole different story. So I wanted to tell a story perhaps of a filmmaker or an artisan or someone who finds themselves in a situation where they gig a lot. Yeah, as young people, how do we manage that? But they do it in such beauty and elegance and fights and yeah, they're just young people being young people.
Daphne is here to serve us, and there's so many stories as you've had. We all have stories. We all have where we have come from, what we have done, something that defines us, that makes us who we are. We all have stories to tell, and it's important we put these stories. What does it take for you to pick out, to choose your cast as a writer? When you're writing, do you vision that this is how the person has to look like, and how do you get your cast that you want for your movie, for your series?
Yeah, the script dictates a lot about how the person should look like, probably, but also during auditions, we get some surprises. The pal we had originally thought, or the main character, was perhaps a lot younger, but then we realized that it wasn't making sense for us, and so we changed her, made her a little bit older. Um, it the script dictates, but it's not written in stone. You can always change. What we do, we hold auditions, and what you bring to the room is what we go with. Sometimes someone shows you something that you didn't even see in the story, and you're like, actually, I think I like that. It's not in my story, but I think we should use that.
So 15 episodes is a lot of work to get done. For certain series, it's already a season down. So how did you manage financially to put all this together?
Well, even before financially, I had a team. I wasn't writing by myself. I had an editor. I had another writer that we would write together. Even though you birth the idea, it's never a good idea to attempt to write it all by yourself. You need some people around you to help you craft the idea really well. You may think you have the best story, but no. And also, like I told you, on the finances, UCC had given us a grant. So we were able to use that grant money to bring resources and to pay our writers and our editor. Yeah, so that's how we managed.
Where do you see Borders? Where do you imagine Borders going?
Oh wow, it's an interesting question. Producer hat. As a producer, I'd love to see Borders go international. Right now, we're very happy. Borders is going to be screening in Nigeria in February, so we're very excited about that. We don't know whether or not it will win an award just yet, but we know that it will be screened. So things of that nature, making it get into the continent's content is an amazing step. But of course, we want more. Yeah, so I'd like to see it go further and further, and hopefully also we would like to make, let's say, like up to 100 or 300 episodes. That would be the dream. Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful that we as Uganda are starting to appreciate the film industry. We've had a number of awards for the film industry, the makers. UCC, as you've heard, has offered out grants to the filmmakers to support the movie industry get up on its feet and tell more beautiful stories. We've had people like Matt Bish who have spoken and spoken for this film industry to be lifted up, and we are proud to see it move. And as Ugandans, we should support our own. We should have our borders here. Before it crosses the borders to Nigeria in February, it should also be right here in Uganda. And we are also still supporting the film industry as UBC. We're still part of a Ugandan content, our Ugandan films, and we have so many stories to tell as well. What is the target audience for Borders? What kind of people, the demographics are you looking at?
Borders is really for everyone. We made it a PG friendly kind of show, but it's mostly made for young adults. Half of Uganda's population is young adults anyway. because those are very formative years of their lives where they need to figure out a lot of things. So when they watch the show, they'll be able to see people that relate to them, to their stories, to the way they think. Yeah, so those were our target audiences between 16 to about 60.
How are you dealing with the artificial intelligence? And then how are you also dealing with social media with they now even make the skits, the what, how it has the negative of course and the positives, but how are you dealing with it?
I think it's important for any business. Film essentially is a business to embrace change, to embrace technology, to embrace trends. I wouldn't advise filmmakers to shy away from AI. Use it to your advantage. It right now it's not at the level where it can write for you a perfect script. No, it's not. Especially now, different voices. I'm Ugandan. I may be able to tell a Ugandan story using my Ugandan voice. I don't think AI is at that level where it can understand the Ugandan the way I do with the experience that I have, being alive. But it can help you research. It can help you edit. It can help you organize your work, you know. So I wouldn't say shy away from it. I say embrace it, buy it, try it, see where it can actually help you, move a lot faster, maybe save money in your business. And I think for social media is a blessing in to an extent. Now, like for the Borders premiere, of course, there are the traditional forms of media, television and radio and newspapers. But we've also, as the Borders team, been very heavily invested in social media. We are everywhere in all the different platforms and spaces, just making noise, making noise. Guys, we're coming. We've done this. We've done this. We've done this. We're coming. We're coming, and just sort of spreading awareness so that people will know. So that when they see the billboard of Borders somewhere, they say, oh, I heard about that. I think it's about this and this and this and this, which is what we wanted to do to create awareness for the show. So personally, I'm embracing social media and I'm embracing IT.
Embrace AI, buy it, use it, let it help you do things better, edit for you, show you, guide you. But as she said, it can't do everything for you. You also have to put in some brains, just like hers, big brains. So now we're still going on with Borders. Commercially, how is Borders working? Back then, we're doing badly. How is it for the movie industry right now?
The movie industry has improved. The bottom line in any industry, whether we are selling food or we are selling beer, the bottom line is cash. So, and these are the questions that we are asking ourselves as filmmakers. How do we get Ugandans interested in our own products such that they will race to the cinema and sit and watch, and if the cinemas are not enough, we'll build more cinema such that when you bring it up to businessmen, they're like, yeah, we need more cinemas. We'll definitely build them for you because it's going to make economic sense. So there are certain things that need to be put in place for government. Things need to be standardized. The quality of work overall, like 90% of the work has to be at a certain level for Ugandan to gain interest. Yeah. So I think it's an uphill climb, like I shared, but it's work that is going to take some time to do. But I believe if we are focused enough and aggressive as the Nigerians, I'm sure we'll get there.
To make all this happen, we need to support the movie industry. We need, I was about to ask her how much who is the highest paying actor. But no, we have not, have we reached that level yet where we can say the most paying actress or actor in Borders is Ray or is that, have we reached that level yet? Has any of our movies ever released their cast pay?
That would be sad.
When you're watching this series, this different series, Teen Wolf, Small, you know how much these guys are earning, and people always fight about it, and actors pull out because they feel they are not being paid enough, yet they are doing more work, which we haven't got to that level, but hopefully we shall go there. So still with the show, before we leave, we wanted to find out just a small debate. Why is it that when you're acting and then you choose to move into, let's say, you choose to be a presenter, move into TV, anchoring, radio, they always tell you, no, don't come here, don't stay there. Actors want to stay as actors. They don't want, if you're going to, in other things, Bambi, better you're told that.
Um, at, at the base level, you're a human being before you're an actor or filmmaker. If you feel like the move that you're making is going to do good for your family, it's okay. I mean, I don't share with you everything else that I do apart from filmmaking. I'm a business owner as well, and I have worked in the food industry as well. But that didn't stop me from being a filmmaker. There was even a time I took a break and I went and studied, and for some time I was involved in hospitality and hospitality management, but that didn't stop me from being a filmmaker. It's what we love. It's what we love, but it's also good to be wise, you know, because at the end of the day, if the thing that you love so much is not bringing you the kind of income that is going to sustain your life, it's okay to think of other ways of sustaining your life. Even if they get annoyed and they say they were betrayed, at least your rent is paid and your people are okay at home.
I'll also give you a personal experience for those who are out there watching. I also began my journey with film with her as well, in the hostel series, and it was tough. It was tough. The pay was fair, but when you have one source of income, it becomes hard. At that time, I was still a student in Mukono, studying, trying to get one and two together, trying to make two ends meet, and it was really difficult. So when I got this opportunity to be on TV, work on TV, I also got the same closed door of stay there, don't come back. And I actually did love the movie industry. It was tough to when every time, every audition you'd go for that, say oli ku TV sigalayo. But one thing I would like to advise the movie actors, the producers, the directors out there is, we are all entertaining people. We are all doing the drama. We are all here to make everyone smile.
So the Borders premiere is going to be on the 27th of January, and it's going to be at Motive. Unfortunately, it's invite only. We love you, but we will see you on the smaller screen. But we will be showing our show on one of the televisions pretty soon. We're still fishing around for a home, and hopefully you will stay tuned when we finally get our home.
How this place is looking. All messed up, nothing is organized the right way. Just look at the dust in, oh my God. Ugh. Okay, can we please get down to some real work for the first time in your lives? Darling, get to sweeping. The carpet, whatever, get to sweeping. You who is moving, can you please open the windows so we can have some air circulation going on, okay? And a jar of water, I'm really parched. I need